Hi, guys. Today I'll be discussing the current state of things in the United States, specifically about the situation of and surrounding George Floyd's passing, the riots, and the protests. Firstly, I'd like to talk about George Floyd's passing and how I do believe that this was murder and the police officer should be punished accordingly. I also think that the process to become a police officer should be more strict and more difficult. That way, it makes it more difficult for racist, power hungry, and corrupt people to become police officers. And I just wanted to say that I send my condolences out to the family of George Floyd. It really is a shame that the very people meant to protect the law abiding people of the US and to apprehend the criminals of the US are instead murdering and arresting the law abiding people of the USA. And it's simply because of race and power. Although I am a young black male born in the USA, I was born into a middle class privileged family, so I have not been through many of the things other black people have been through. And because my parents are both from Nigeria and they were not born in the US, they didn't live here, slash, they didn't live here for a majority of their lives. They also didn't go through the struggles that most black people with previous generations in the USA went through. I just wanted to mention this as I feel as though it's very important to the previous topic and also the next topics that I'll discuss. So, the next topic I'll be discussing are the riots that are going on in specific parts of the country and how they've been a huge thing in this situation. So I feel as though the although some of the people the rioting are trying to send a good message, I don't feel as though destroying property is the way of doing things. But I do see why people are frustrated and rioting as a result. As for the people who are rioting to cause chaos or just because they can, I think that's extremely immoral and unjust. And it definitely gives a horrible reputation to the people that are rioting for a good reason, even if they're rioting in the first place. And it also gives a horrible reputation to peaceful protesters and Black Lives Matter and other people involved in this situation that are trying to send a good message. As for the peaceful protests, I think they're good, but the fact that some states are trying to shut down late protests by returning slash adding a curfew truly is sad. I also think the way some cops, specifically power hungry and racist ones, are handling the peaceful protests is horrible, such as unnecessary arresting and suppression. Overall, I tried my best to not repeat what others have already said about the situation, but I kind of did, and I do apologize if things got too repetitive. Hopefully, we can have civilized discussions about this in the comment section, though. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Peace out.